Welcome everybody to the Biryani Football Podcast. My name is Raj. This is my co-host, and today we got some great games to go over from Week 6, which is a very eventful week of football. A lot of changes within the conference standings in the playoff picture overall, and things are becoming a little bit more clear as to who is the best teams and who are the worst teams. I'm excited to share everything with you. So yeah.
Yeah, week 6, what a week, right? Unbelievable games. Sunday, every Sunday, just like that movie, any given Sunday, anything can happen. And that's what happened. A lot of upsets, a lot of surprising games. Nobody saw a lot of games that are how they went down. A lot of gruesome injuries as well, which is kind of sad. And it's a game of attrition. And you see that every week in and out. And thoughts and prayers for these guys, who pretty much work all their lives to come up to the stage. And some of these guys who are also got injured are veterans, and they might be having towards the end of the careers. So hope they bounce back. Hope they bounce back without any having. The biggest thing I always think about football is permanent damage, right? Without any permanent damage, that they'll be able to bounce back and get going and be successful in chasing their dreams. Not only for themselves but for their families. But yeah, week 6, a bit amazing week. It's also already week 6. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy. It's just flying by. One big thing, as you might have noticed, we could not record for 2 weeks in a row. We had some logistic issues with our podcast studio. There was something going on, concert, and they had to take the entire podcast studio off, and they still haven't put it back. So, but you know what? We started building our own studio right in our basement. So we're going to start building little by little audio, visual, and all that. But the content of the quality of the content, that's what matters, and we're going to keep up to make sure that you guys are getting your money's worth. When you're listening to us. So Viraj, what games do you have in mind?
Yeah, so just want to highlight 2 games that I really appreciated from this week's 6 of football. The first one is the Cowboys at the Panthers. It was a very, very eventful game. Really showed the biggest flaws within the Cowboys, being that Dak Prescott had a career game. He had 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. He played lights out. Yeah. He played phenomenal, 25 for 34. Passes. So I think he just played phenomenal. And George Pickens too. He had the best game of his entire career. Really missing him from the Steelers. But I'm glad to see him that he's playing good in other teams as well. But the Panthers, who have been notorious for being one of the worst teams in the NFL this year, the fact that they managed to lose to them really highlights the ginormous flaws within the Cowboys team. The defense really needs to step up. They couldn't get any stops on him. They got 1 interception that was really a lucky one too, because Bryce Young just practically gave it to them. So I really think that the Panthers really got a lucky one there, considering how bad the defense of the Cowboys is. And so I think it really highlights what the Cowboys need to improve going forward, especially for next year, if they don't want to end up like the Bengals from last year. I remember that the Joe Burrow, he was one of his greatest years, probably his greatest year yet. And Jamar Chase, he was playing lights out, and maybe that was his peak. Who knows? But they squandered it, and their defense did not step up. And now look at where they are this year. They had the chance last year with that amazing offense, and I hope the Cowboys don't end up like that. But that's looking where they're heading so far. Dak Prescott. Almost every quarterback list you see, he's the number 1 ranked quarterback, but there's no chance he's going to win MVP, considering his team record is just not good enough, and that's because of his defense. So I really think that they need to step up, they need to do their job right, and the Cowboys definitely have to update their schemes. I don't blame it only on the players, because look at teams like the 49ers. They're able to keep other teams in check because of coaching, and they have everybody gone. So you really can't see how much is the players without blaming it on the coaches as well. So I really hope the Cowboys do play good. I really think Dak deserves a chance after all the hate he's been through in the last couple of years and all the things that he had to come across with management, things like that. I really hope that this year he might do really good, but looks like the Cowboys might not. played that great.
Yeah, I mean, like it was just a couple years ago where defense was amazing. Like,
Yeah,
Dan Quinn
I think it
was.
was 2 years ago.
Yeah, like Dan Quinn was the DC of the Cowboys. I mean, they were like number one in all categories, like takeaways,
Yeah.
number of sacks, the points allowed or the yards allowed in pretty much every category. And it's amazing like how a coach can make a difference. I mean, we know like Schottenheimer is in a offensive mind, right? But I'm sure like they have to work on their defense because defense wins championships at the end of the day, and defense more than often win the games as well. So I know like we have a lot of friends who are Cowboy fans, and for their sake, we are hoping that. But I mean, I was not following the game to be honest with you. But when I saw the score, I was shocked. I mean, I like Panthers like beating Cowboys. That was because Cowboys offense were like like Virat said like it's pretty good this year, and they went toe to toe in so many games. But to see them like lose to Panthers, that was a bit surprising to me. So what's the other game, Raj?
So the next game I want to highlight is the Buccaneers versus 49ers, where it was really close until the fourth quarter, and then Mac Jones really took a step down. I think that it highlighted how the 49ers can play against like a really good team. I know they played the Rams a couple of weeks ago and beat them. I'm not taking that win away from them. I'm just saying the Rams were coming off a pretty harsh loss against the Eagles, so that might be taken with a grain of salt there, but I think that the 49ers have a little bit to improve on, and it's really sad too because they lost Fred Warner for who knows how long, and so what's going to go on with that defense now because they lost their number one linebacker, and so they're just losing everybody left and right just like last year, and you're only wondering are they going to be able to win any games? I mean, Kyle Shanahan is doing all he can, and honestly, I think he should be he might be a great candidate for Coach of the Year with what he's done so far, but it's what he's gonna do with the rest of the year. He's still got 12 weeks left of football, so how are the 49ers gonna be able to adjust to all these losses? And I think a major thing is Mac Jones. He's really got to be able to step up and take the lead with the 49ers because he's the one that they're going to have to rely on. They have pretty much nobody else except for him to rely on now. And he has been pretty good, and I'm not saying that I don't believe in him, and I really do want to believe in him, but what he showed from this game against a really good defense in the Buccaneers left me with some doubts. He's not really good, and it takes a little bit too long to throw the ball, so I'm really just wondering, how is he going to adapt to, after this loss, be able to come back from it. The 49ers are also playing the Falcons, so that should be a pretty easy win for them if they play their cards right. And and I'm just saying it's not like a definitive loss for the team, but they definitely do have a lot to improve on. And things are not looking so great, but they have a little bit of leeway in their division and within the NFC to keep themselves afloat in the playoff standings for a couple weeks, and then after that they really have to start playing better. So I
mean on the other side, Baker Mayfield is balling out. I mean, they were like MVP chance in the game. I mean, again, they're decimated. I mean, I had Bucky Irving as my running back in the fantasy, and I had to bench him. Mike Evans is out. But still they persevere, man. I mean, Todd Bowles, he knows how to prepare his team, and we are big fans of Baker. We do feel that that he was unfairly dealt with in Cleveland, and look, what's going on in Cleveland. That's a different whole story. But MVP chance for Baker Mayfield, rightfully so, because he has been righting the ship every single game, and as long as he's there, they're in the game, and they know how to win those close games. They know how to close out those games as well. So happy for Baker and obviously Bucks. I know like I have friends who are Falcons fans, and they might not quite like this take from me, but he is putting in the work, and he's getting what he deserves, which is like an unbelievable wins every single week. And let's see how can they keep up, because NFC South, it's interesting, right? I mean, Panthers are, sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're cold. We don't know. And Falcons are a wild card at this point. Michael Penix is, I mean, he's doing well, but I mean, he's doing better, I guess. But we'll see in the long term how he's going to pan out. that leaves with Bucks and what's the other thing? Saints, right? I mean, Saints are also a little bit all over the place. So might again be the Bucks thing to win, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, Fred Warner, gruesome injury. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I hope he bounces back soon without any much overhaul. But you know what though, 49ers. This is like the theme every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year. I mean, I don't know if their strength and conditioning coaches is not great.
They definitely have to improve their coaching. You can't just blame it on the players every single year.
Come on.
You have to put at least some blame on the coaching.
Yeah. I mean,
and the way they're being trained. I mean, you can't just focus only on building muscle and technique without focusing on being able to condition yourself to longevity. That's arguably more important.
Especially with a longer season now, and if they really want to, I mean, they're perennial contenders in my opinion, right? I mean, they're always in the playoff contention and they go deep into playoffs. But I mean, if they can't solve this problem, either, really invest into getting a good strength and conditioning coach or, having a depth, I don't know what they need to do. I mean, obviously I'm not an expert in that area, but this is like a consistently recurring problem every single year. So they got to do better in that area if they really want to, stand out or separate themselves from the Rams in the division. And Seahawks are playing really well right now as well. So yeah, I mean, I think that's what I would say about that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Giants and Eagles game. I was really looking forward to it because it's a local game, obviously, but it was in Thursday, so it was only one game on Thursday. I was following it. My goodness, it was a very entertaining game. I did not saw that coming. I mean, Saquon's documentary just releases the day before, where he thrashes the Giants pretty much all the way from the ownership to the thing, and I don't know what motivated the Giants, it was like a bulletin material for the Giants, but they came out swinging. But you know what? The game was pretty evenly posed until the Eagles, they even had a 17-13 lead. But then, interception by the Giants cornerback, Flott. Oh my gosh, that guy just raised down the thing. And, it just... It was just not the same, but Eagles really struggled. I mean, they had all their offensive superstars on display. I mean, AJ Brown was there, Devonta Smith was there, Dallas Goedert had a big game, and pretty much everybody had a really. He was even Dotson had a couple of big catches as well. He was distributing the ball pretty evenly across all his superstars. But you know what? I think they really missed Jalen Carter. They really miss Jalen Carter. They really miss Quinton Mitchell as well. And I think that really showed up. On the other side, Giants were awesome. I mean, their defense was awesome. Brian Burns was really good. And the defensive front was really good. The cornerbacks, I mean, they felt like, they were motivated to win this game no matter what. And obviously, Scaraboo, he was really, really good. I saw the play card where I don't know if you saw that, Raj, where he said Saquon who, we got Scaraboo. That was pretty cool. There was a big play card in the audience, and the Amazon folks showed that multiple times. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like Giants living in Jersey. They're the NFC team, so and also they're the related to the Maras. The Rooneys, the Maras and Rooneys are related. Obviously the Rooneys are the Steelers ownership. But that was a very entertaining game, thoroughly entertaining. Jackson Dart, obviously I can't forget about him. He was really good. I know Brian Daboll he was jumping up and down when he was in the blue tent. Which, obviously you're not supposed to do that.
I was a little bit suspicious watching that.
Yeah, I don't think Daboll would have been
But after seeing that Russell Wilson, that might be the worst. Yes. That might be the worst throw I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, Russell Wilson came for one play in relation.
He threw one throw and it just right into the ground.
But the boos. I mean, the audience were like
Yeah.
booing him.
He deserved it, though. I mean, come on. That might be the worst throw I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
That or like that Kenny Pickett throw where like the ball threw him. So.
Yeah, that was I mean, that was crazy. But Jackson Dart, like he made plays where he's supposed to, where he should be, or where he can. Getting yards on the ground, and some of his throws, man, some pretty tight throws in there.
Yeah.
In the tight coverage, but right on the money, and
Really stepped up.
it was a good game. And Eagles losing 2 in a row. I mean, they were very nervous. I could tell. I mean, the special teams had a fumble right on like the less than 5 yards line, whatever. On there towards the end zone, so it was not fun to be an Eagles fan, and they showed like the Phillies losing on the big billboard in the MetLife Stadium.
It was not a good day for Philadelphia, because the way the Phillies lost was also really sad. Because basically what happened was he hit the ball.
Not anything about baseball, but
He hit the ball right to the pitcher, and then the pitcher he could have thrown it to first base and got the runner out, but then he tried throwing it to the catcher to prevent the run, and then just an error, and then they lost the game like the dumbest way ever. So.
Yeah,
not a good day for Philadelphia fans for sure.
But on a somber note, like it was good to see Debble giving the game ball to Mr. Mara, the owner, because he's obviously he was diagnosed with cancer, and he said like he's going through the treatment. So thoughts and prayers for him that he'll hopefully he'll get through it. They're a pretty consistent team. I mean living in Jersey. We have Jets and Giants, and when you compare them, like the ownership and the coaching and the consistency, Giants, obviously, like I feel like they're more consistent. They might not be like the amazing team. They had like pretty down years in the last few years, but they have some level of respect, some level of consistency. Jets fans don't hate on us, but I'm just saying the fact here. Thoroughly entertaining game. Obviously, like Giants, I think they're going to play Broncos right next year.
Next week, yeah.
That's going to be a big challenge for them. But hey, one game to celebrate. You can't undermine. Sometimes it just takes one week to spark a run. So this might be it. So Viraj, what games are you looking? Few more hot takes from my side across the season. Brian Callahan got canned.
Yeah,
Titans.
That.
I mean,
I
was not expecting that.
I was expecting it.
I thought they'll give him a longer leash.
I think they should have given him like some more time. I mean, he wasn't really given a great card to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
This year, I mean, he didn't have that much. They should have given him some time to like at least try and develop the team.
Right.
But the fact that they hired him because of his offensive line coaches, and Cameron Ward has literally zero time in the pocket. I think he's the most sacked quarterback this year.
Oh really?
So yeah, I think he should have been expecting that coming, because, I mean, come on, you're known for your offensive lines coaching, and then you can't even, like, protect your quarterback, which, like, number one thing a coach should be able to do.
Exactly.
So I think that he should have seen it coming. But obviously, it's always sad to see someone lose their job, because these people obviously have lives. So.
Exactly. But I mean, not for the head coach, though, because head coach, their contracts are guaranteed. So they get paid the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean,
really
I know, disappointed. I was having a lot of high hopes for him too. Yeah. But yeah,
he'll find a job. He'll find a job somewhere, because he's known for his O-line, building his O-line. So we'll see.
And also from the Eagles game with the Giants, I was just gonna say that last year the same thing happened where the Eagles lost 2 very bad games. I think it was to the Falcons and then to the Buccaneers. So these games. This happened to the Eagles last year, and then they came back, and I think they won like every game after, or like maybe like almost every game after.
Yeah. Except
for one. So, the Eagles are probably gonna be fine. They just have to be able to sweat this off. And Jalen Hurts, he needs to play better. I mean, a lot of people are saying that he's not the quarterback that they expected him to be. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that he was fraudulent last year. Which might have a little bit of support. I honestly I don't know how I feel about him, because he's always had a good offensive line, but I think that he definitely does have a little bit more to show, especially considering that he can't rely on the run game as much this year. And I mean, both of his wide receivers are very mad at him, obviously so, because
I thought it was just AJ Brown. Who else?
Devontae Smith
he was getting balls all thrown at him all day. Why was he?
Devontae Smith isn't also necessarily very happy with Jalen Hurts too, but
I guess he has high expectations.
But yeah, I just think that Jalen Hurts just needs to feel a little bit better. Then Saquon Barkley, I mean, talk about a fall off. He has like 58 running yards this year. It's very sad.
What?
58 rushing yards this game. So
Oh, this game. I
yeah.
thought they said
Oh, sorry,
year.
this game. But yeah, he's not been playing good this year, and the Eagles' offense and defense both there fell off heavily from last year. I don't expect them to win the Super Bowl this year, but hopefully they prove me wrong and they show that they're not the team they were. But
We'll see.
I
It's a
think-
long season.
I think they have a lot to prove coming
It's
after
a,
this.
it's a long season. I mean, a couple of things from my side, a couple of notes is Flacco went against Packers twice in the season. With obviously with
He
two
couldn't
different
get
teams,
lucky the second time.
Browns and Bengals, and obviously it was a crazy story. Like obviously they took up all the cut ups of how he played, what plays really worked for him, and then they tried to install in the game for him, but obviously it didn't work out. And the other one is Tua having like a players only meeting, and no, like a lot of people didn't show up, and he went to the press and he was kind of talking about it. Not many great things are going in Miami, so
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, let's end this podcast by talking about week 7. Believe it or not, week 7. So what games are you looking forward to? Give me one game. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm trying to give him one game, but honestly, I have to mention these 2 games. Actually, 3 games. So
Okay.
I have to go with it's between the Rams, Jaguars, Colts, Chargers, or Bucks, Lions. Those are all three amazing games. I mean, the Colts and Chargers, I rate them as like the same level.
Yeah.
They're both very equivalent in terms of their skill. Chargers obviously are having a little bit down their luck now, like these last few weeks. But they came out with a win, so that was good. But I think that they definitely have some things to improve coming into this game against the Colts offense that shows no mercy. But the Colts defense did have also a little bit down game, giving up a lot of yards and a lot of points to the Cardinals. That game was coming down to the wire. So
Yeah.
another game is the Rams and Jaguars. That's going to be a pretty good game. Jaguars have been a dark horse team this year. Nobody expected them to play as good as they've been playing this year. Travis Hunter has not been playing bad. I mean, they had that surprising loss to the Seahawks, I would say. I mean, it wasn't that surprising.
I didn't expect that.
Well, I thought the Jaguars would win too. But, but they're not playing bad. Their defense is actually really good this year, and I'm really excited for that game. And then lastly, the Bucks Lions. For obvious reasons, it's obviously a great rematch between the Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff, 2 exhilarating quarterbacks to say the least. And both the Bucks are coming off a pretty impressive win. The Lions are coming off a pretty heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs. So I'm excited to see who's going to win that game. What about you?
Especially like Lions coming off a loss. I mean, last night they played Chiefs and it was not even close. It was not even a contest. I mean, I did not realize that they were actually playing. The game that I was looking forward to was the same thing that Viraj mentioned, Colts and Chargers. I mean, I'm a big Herbert fan as well. Justin Herbert I feel like, he's really good. And he has the right coach in Jim Harbaugh. But we'll see how that goes because it can go, either ways. And Daniel, I think this is like a really good test for Daniel Jones as to how things goes. And one quick point on Jaguars, last week when they played the Chiefs, Travis Hunter, I mean, how can he muster up that energy levels playing both sides of the field and having that high level energy and playing so good.
Very
I
athletic.
was so impressed by. I mean, that was the first game I saw him. Obviously, we don't really get many Jags games in our area, but I was amazed by his athleticism and the preparation that I think he's one of the smartest guys I've ever seen in football. So, all right, I think that's all we had for this podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
From our takes from week 6. We're trying to we're going to probably create a cadence of this. Trying to do this on a Monday evening or afternoon. I'm trying to publish this tonight or tomorrow. So you won't get our takes on Monday games. And if there's anything spectacular, we'll try to cover it in try to talk about in the next week, or maybe we'll do a couple of shots on how if something amazing happens tonight. We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed our biryani takes, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any friends, please make sure that you spread out the word about us.
If you if you have anything you want us to talk about or go over, or any restaurant or food things you want to go over, just put in the comments and we'll definitely look at them and hopefully we'll get to it next episode. So yeah.
All right, signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye.